Okay, so you're signing Cash Money, the single that was supposed to be yours, ended up being Rich Gang. Mm-hmm. What ends up happening with that deal?
We never officially locked in because it couldn't get everybody on the same accord outside of the artist. So whatever was going on behind the scenes, they couldn't just get it. And the record was just taking a world of its own.
Okay.
Now it's released #1, it's just going crazy. Everybody's doing shows off it, everybody's, and the main focus was Thug. I'm with Thug. So whatever he's doing, I'm doing, if that make any sense. Because they're still solo artists.
Yeah.
Quan is still already who he was.
I mean, when does the friction between Quan and Young Thug start?
I seen it just like the world seen it on the internet. I woke up, because we were supposed to go on tour. So I dumped all my money into this big tour bus. I'm like, I'm about to go on tour, we about to, yeah, I'm talking to Stunner, he was like, yo, stop what you're doing, we out of here. We about to eat this road up, this is the life, this is how you get the money on the tour. And then I wake up and then everybody hasn't, having discrepancies or whatever the issue is.
Look, me and Quan maintained a relationship.
Rest in peace, Quan.
All those years, right? We regularly did interviews, we got on the phone, we talked.
I seen most of them.
Yeah. And I remember when the YSL RICO case was happening. And this is something I kept quiet because Quan was alive. And he told me not to say anything because this was our relationship. But so I remember I did an interview with George Sheedy, and he actually talked about some paperwork where they were saying that the whole friction came from Quan not wanting to sign to Young Thug, and that's where kind of Nut stepped in and so forth. And he gave me the paperwork. I called up Quan and I said, listen, I got this, but I'm not going to put it out because you're my man. But what are your thoughts on this? He goes, it's true. This is what this whole friction is about. And, I didn't want to sign with Thug, and this is what kind of caused the problems and so forth. I never said anything until Quan died. And I brought this up to some other people, and they're like, well, it's hard to really tell at this point because so much has passed. I mean, from your point of view, when I say that, what do you think?
I have no idea of that because I've heard so many stories, but if Quan said it, that's true. I want to doubt it because I was there during the creation, and I think, honestly, anything could have happened outside of when I wasn't there. Their chemistry was unbelievable, musically. I seen them sweat together, I seen them stay in the booth hours and hours and hours. I don't think nothing would have broke that bond up with a piece of paper. Unless it was some outside, so I can't say. I seen it with my own eyes, that was crazy. And I was always assumed it was like the label he was signed to was an issue and the label Thug signed to was an issue. I never knew they had like too many personal issues.
I mean, when you saw the YSL RICO case unfold and everybody gets arrested, nobody gets bail, and then people start pleading out to these, RICO charges where they're getting, essentially 10-year probations and stuff like that, but Thug is still in jail. Are you and Thug communicating at all during this time?
No. They mentioned in my name in the mixtapes and all, of course.
Right, whatever. Yeah. How'd you feel about that whole situation?
That was sad. That was sad because I really knew what he really wanted to do as far as changing the world with the music. I really knew everything else that happened. That was just watching it like a sad movie.
Well, yeah, and what's even sadder is that before the trial concludes, Quan ends up dying from an overdose. And I honestly think it had something to do with the stress of possibly getting dragged into this trial. That's what I think. We'll never know.
We never know.
We'll never know.
But he always came to talk about the club. Me and Quan always kept a crazy relationship. All those guys were still cool. I still rock with his brother. His brother still kick it. Like, whatever you were seeing going on the internet, that's what I just, for my personal, I just don't think they just got a chance to talk. From my understanding, it was a video that came out and it was misunderstood what Quan was saying on stage.
Huh. Yeah, because I remember there was a video where Young Thug called him like bitch homie Quan on stage, and but I don't know what led up to it. But after that, it seemed like
Yeah,
it was a wrap.
whatever misunderstanding they had, that's what from my perception, that's what it was. But no, I wish they could have always, got to communicate.
I mean, when you heard the news that Rich Homie Quan died, how'd you feel?
Sad, real sad, real sad. Because he always came to the club and rocked with me. He always came. If he came to the Flame, he definitely rocked with me at the Flame, for sure. I got multiple videos. He always said, we're gonna get back in. Let's get it. We're gonna get back in.
Sad, man. That one hurt me. Because like I said, me and him started kind of like in the beginning. Like I literally did his first interview in his apartment lobby. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, I got to see him blow up and really establish himself.
I did the first mixtape.
His first mixtape, yeah.
When he was in the group, LOR.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, listen, I've interviewed guys like Quan Rondo who said he really kind of built his style around Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people really were like the kids of Quan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really looked up to him and kind of emulated what he did.
For sure.
So it was a loss, man. It was sad.
For sure.